Here we go, Drew. Okay, we're going to do tonight's homework, which is found in the textbook on page 529, and we're going to do number 21 through 26. And I'm going to go fast. Okay, number 21 is 3x cubed minus 12x squared plus 12x. You know what, Drew? Just watch, and I'll give you the notes when I'm done, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm going to look for is a GCF, and I notice that there's a 3 and an x in all of these. So I have x squared minus 4x plus 4. Double check. 3x to the 1, 2, 3rd power, check. Negative 12x squared, check. Positive 12x, check. Okay, step 2, I'm going to look for special cases. Is this a PST? Well, it is a trinomial. These are both squared terms. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of 4 is 2. X times 2 is 2x. Double it, I get 4x. This is a PST. So the way I factor a PST is with a binomial squared, which means I'm going to take a binomial, I'm going to square it. I'm going to take the square root of the first term, which is x, the square root of the last term, which is 2, the sign of the middle term, which is negative, and there's my PST, but don't forget we also pulled out a GCF that needs to go right here. Okay? Drew, why'd you sit up there? Okay? That's completely factored. 22. 16m cubed minus 4m. Is there a GCF? Yes, there is. And it's 4m times 4m squared minus 1. Special cases. Is it a PST? No, it's not even a trinomial. Is it difference of two squares? I believe it is. This is square, and difference means subtract. So the square root of 4m squared is 2m. Square root of 1 is 1. So when you factor dots, you get sum and difference. Sum looks like this. Difference looks like this. Uh-oh, let's remember our GCF that we pulled out. Okay, the square root of 4m squared is 2m. That goes here and here. Square root of 1 is 1. That goes here and here. And we're done, 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 done. Number 23. 5x cubed y minus 45xy. First thing we're going to look for is a GCF. Let's see, they both have a 5. These both have at least one x, and these both have at least one y. This times what is this? There's my 5. I need 2 more x's, and I don't need any more y's, so I'm good. Minus 5 times 9 is 45, and there's my x and my y. This times this is negative 45xy. This times this is 5x cubed y. There's my GCF. Now I'm going to look for special cases. Is it a PST? Nope, it's not even a trinomial. Is it dots? Yes. This is a square, this is a square, this is the difference of two squares. The way I factor that is sum and difference. Sum, difference. Don't forget your GCF. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 9 is 3. We are done with that one. Okay. Number 24. 3t squared plus 5t minus 1. GCF? Nope. Special cases. Is it a PST? Well, it's a trinomial, but 3t squared is not a square number because 3 is not a square. So it's not a PST. Oops, it's not dots because it's not a binomial. Dots has to be a binomial. Now, the leading coefficient does not equal 1, so we're going to use extra X-man. So here's how extra X-man works. We start out like we normally do, A times C and B. Here's -3, and here's 5. Let's see. How do I get -3 when I'm multiplying? I guess I could get -3 times 1, or I could get +3 times -1. That's the only way to make -3 when I'm multiplying, and neither of these combined is going to equal 5. So guess what? This can't be factored. We're done. Because X-man's not going to work because this is not 1. We tried everything else. This little baby can't be factored. And remember, some are not factorable. 25. 3c squared plus 12c minus 63. GCF. I believe these all contain a GCF of 3 times c squared plus 4c minus 21. Okay, special cases. Is this a PST? Well, it's a trinomial, but it's not a perfect square trinomial because 21's not a square number. And it's not dots because this is not a binomial, it's a trinomial. And dots is always a binomial. Is the leading coefficient not equal to 1? No, the leading coefficient is equal to 1. So we're going to use X-man. So A times C is -21. B is 4. Let's see. 21 is 3 times 7 and 21 times 1. One of them has to be negative because their product is negative. So I think if I do that right there, combine those and you get 4. So you've got -3 and 7. Don't forget your GCF. And your two binomials are C minus 3 and C plus 7. Remember, if you want to check these, you can always put those in a Punnett square, multiply them together, and whatever you get, then you multiply by 3, and that should give you your original expression back. And number 26 is x to the 5th minus 81x. GCF is x times x to the 4th minus 81. Is it PST? Not a trinomial, so no. Dots, it's a binomial. These are both squares, so yes, it's dots. So we're going to do SAD. SAD is sum and difference. Don't forget your GCF. Square root of x to the 4th is x squared. Square root of 81 is 9. And we are done, and that is your homework for today, sports fans.